Hi friends, welcome to the next episode of The Root Cause. In this episode, we will discuss about the logic of astrology, the science behind astrology. Okay. So to begin with, we must all remember a Vedic phrase or a Vedic philosophy. It's called as Yat Pind Tat Brahmand. Yat Brahmand Tat Pind. Pind means microcosm, the inner universe that we have, and Brahmand means macrocosm, the external universe that we are surrounded by. Okay. So the working, as per the statement, the working of the inner universe is similar to the working of the external universe that we have, and vice versa. Okay. And we have so many examples. I'm sure most of you would know that the working of the solar system is similar to the working of an atom, where the planets are revolving around sun, and in case of atom, the electrons are revolving around the neutrons and the protons, the nucleus. Okay, so we in fact, if you remember, in the last episode we discussed also the example of vessel and the Agni below the vessel. That's also in line with Vedic philosophy only, Yat Pind Tat Brahmand. Okay, so coming back to the astrology part, let's talk about moon first. We all know that moon is the one which is governing the tides on earth. The tides that come in the ocean are just because of the gravitational force of the moon. And since our body is composed of 75 to 80% water, varying from person to person, it is quite logical that the moon must be governing the water element in our body as well. And since it is the water only which is circulating in the entire body in form of rasa and the blood, it is quite logical that it is the movement of the moon in the universe or in the solar system which is governing the movement of the rasa also in our body. So point number one, just remember this. Second, let's come to sun. We have 12 zodiacs in astrology. We also have 12 months. Everybody knows in a calendar. In fact, we also have 12 meridians inside our body. Those meridians are connecting the brain with the entire body. So there are 12 meridians which are coming from the brain and then connected to the entire body. So it's not just a coincidence. 12 meridians, 12 zodiacs, and 12 months. There is a logic to it. If you look at just 1 year, let's start from April only, because in Vedic calendar, the solar year begins from 15th of March, not from 1st of January. There's a logic to that also. I'm not saying it's wrong, but let's understand the logic to this first. 15th of March till 15th of April, we have spring season. That's the time the leaves, they start springing out from the branches. Why does it happen? It happens because during the preceding months of cold, the rasa or the nutrition has gone inwards. We all know that during winters we all constrict, okay, and during summers we open up. Why does it happen? Because the fluids in our body during the cold season, they constrict, they shrink inwards, and that shrinking causes us to shrink also. And during the summers, it is the other way around. So when the summers begin in the northern hemisphere, take it as an example specifically for India, but it's happening in the other parts of the world also, especially in northern hemisphere. For the southern hemisphere, it becomes exactly opposite. So right now we're talking about the northern hemisphere. 15th of March till 15th of April, you have the spring season. Because of the onset of mild summers, they start springing out the leaves. After that, 15th of April till 15th of May, the heat becomes slightly more. Okay, so when this heat becomes slightly more, then the branches also start moving out. I'm moving forward, I'm just going fast forward. I'm coming to the fourth month, starting from 15th of March. In the month of July, what happens? If you talk about, let's suppose we talk about India only, the weather suddenly dips down at times from a temperature which is 45, 46 degrees. There are days when the temperature goes to 30 degree. In fact, during monsoons, there are days when the temperature drops down to even 23 degree. So what happens? The rasa, the fluids inside our body which were boiling during the summers, they suddenly start dropping because of the coldness, and they go down in your lower chakras. These are all chakras only, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So they start going down, and they go towards the core also. Core as well as down. Okay, so another season is getting created. In simple words, the movement of the sun, because of the tilted axis of the earth, because today if earth is here and the sun is here, then after 6 months the earth will be here. It will not be like this, it will be like this. That means out here, if today sun is giving lot of heat to this part of the earth and less of heat to this part of the earth because it is farther, then 6 months later it will be the other way around. So here it will be lot of heat in the northern hemisphere, and here it will be lot of coldness in the northern hemisphere. So basically all these 12 months are creating different doshas in the atmosphere, Vat, Pitta, Kapha. During the summer season, the Pitta starts rising. When the Pitta starts rising, it creates Vat also. It creates space also. Okay. And then during the winters, when we go towards December and January, our rasa becomes cold, and then it starts constricting inwards. That is a time when our body becomes like this. So now it's very easy for you to understand that these 12 zodiacs are basically created by the movement of the sun or the movement of earth around sun. Now let's understand another very important part, that how do these 12 months create planets in our body. Okay, so let's understand the planets a little bit. We know that our brain has got a lot of zigzags. It's like walnut. You've seen the skin of a walnut. The skin of a walnut is like this, loops inside loops inside loops. So if you visualize this particular point, it's a loop, and after this it may be reaching here only. So that means while the skin, the surface of the skin is very long, but the 2 points are very closely located. Exactly the same thing is happening in our brain. And if we understand the philosophy, going by the philosophy of Yat Pind Tat Brahmand, then the entire world is also like a brain only. Okay, so even if the light has to travel through the fabric of space and time like this, the fact is that these 2 points are very, very closely located. In fact, recently only there was this astonishing discovery by NASA that even if light has to take 150 million years, the signals from that galaxy are reaching, the radio signals are reaching to us within just milliseconds. This is because they are very closely located. And while light can travel only in a medium it requires a medium, even if that medium we cannot see, even if we call it vacuum or dark energy or whatever. The fact is, light needs some medium to travel. However, the radio pulses or the electromagnetic pulses, they don't need, because they're very, very strong in nature, so they reach immediately. In fact, this is called as Vakra Drishti. Vakra means oblique, Drishti means vision, oblique vision of Saturn. Saturn is able to look at those things which may take very long or where we are not able to reach. But Saturn is, because Saturn has an oblique vision, and that oblique vision happens primarily because of the electromagnetic heat, because Saturn is very, very cold from outside but very hot from inside. As a result, it has a lot of heat which creates lot of forces and ensure that the current is able to travel, or the electromagnetic radiations are able to travel through pure vacuum also. So that was just to give you an example of planets. That means that the planets are not very far from us. In fact, in Vedas, universe is called as Brahmand. Brahmand means Brahm ka anda, the egg of Brahm. Brahm also means illusion. So we are sitting in a sort of illusion. This illusion is real, no doubts. However, what we see may not be the real truth. Okay. So coming back to the astrology specifically. So what happens is, we know that we have rasa, and this rasa must be expanding in our body because of the heat and contracting because of the coldness. This is not just happening on an yearly basis, that okay, during the summer season the rasa expands in our body and during the winter season it contracts. It is happening in the day and night time also. During the daytime our rasa starts expanding. So when it expands, so when you get up in the morning, we all are very sluggish. That is because our rasa has gone inside. Our pineal gland has become very quiet. There is no light falling on it, so it has become inactive. And the switch, the electrical switch, which otherwise gets ignited because of the heat and the light, has gone switched off. As a result, the rasa has become quiet and has gone inwards and towards the brain also. So you go off to sleep. But in the morning, when the light falls on your pineal gland or the heat falls on the body, especially the pineal gland, then you start waking up and the rasa starts expanding. So how the rasa is expanding? It's like this. It's like this. So when the rasa is expanding, what is happening? In the initial 1 hour, it's like this. In the next 1 hour, it's like this. In the next 1 hour, third hour, it's like this. Then it is going to expand like this. Then it's going. That means it's creating layers. Okay, so it's creating the zodiacs also. Zodiac is nothing but time, frames of time. So it's creating different zodiacs also. And since as on today, different zodiacs have different planets posted in them, these planets will affect us at a particular time only in the day and during the year. Now you need some visualization. I'll be posting 2 links in the description of the videos created by somebody else. They are excellent videos you must watch to visualize how exactly zodiacs are created and how exactly the planets are posted in the zodiac. Now birth chart is nothing but when you are born, it is the effect or it is the energy which your body is absorbing at the time of your birth from different zodiacs, and that is how your body is created. That is the basic constitution. Just to give an example, a child's body is quite ductile and malleable. If the child sleeps on one side, you will see the head will take the shape that ways only. So the child's body is very, very malleable in the initial stages, especially in the initial stages. That means the energies of the planets also must be affecting the child a lot, and it does. So it creates the entire frame of the body. It's like a car which has been given to your soul. So that is what astrology is all about. That's all for now. Thank you so much. God bless all.